If you want to see something that can come out of this gray hair journey, how you could really transform into who you are, your authentic self, then you're going to love this interview. Something that can come out of this gray hair journey, how you could really transform into who you are, your authentic self, then you're going to love this interview.
My name is Sunita. I'm from South India, Madras, Chennai, and settled down in Luxembourg for 20 years. And I'm 44 years old and I'm mom of three teens.
When did you notice your gray hair start to come in?
In my early 20s, like 21 or 22, I started seeing my gray hairs. Very few, just one or two strands. And not much. You can say some white, and then the black was down like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it is viewable very clearly because in between the black hair, you can see the gray there. So
Mm-hmm.
one or two strands. It was in early 20s.
And this is so important for the gray hair community to know because many people think it's just when you get in your advanced years that you gray, but from many women that I speak to, it happens in the teenage years or early 20s. So just if you're watching this and you're graying, you're not alone. Did someone inspire you to go gray, or what made you make the decision to go gray?
No, actually, when I turned around 40, I wanted to stop using the chemicals on my hair. So I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking like, why should I use something that against my nature?
Mm-hmm.
And so I started to look for Instagram and Pinterest pictures so that I can get along with the transition journey.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw all of the international sisters, but not my vibe, like Indian sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw Anjana from Sparkling Silvers, I got like, wow, she's there. Somebody is there to encourage us. So I immediately messaged her and she said, yeah, I can join the community. And then through her, I found the Silver Sisters community. So I'm always grateful for her. Without her, I wouldn't have been here. Thank you, Anjana.
You know somebody's going to be saying thank you to you because it starts with one person and then another person does it and you
Yes,
never know
yes, that's
the
true. I
more.
recently saw someone reply to my message saying
Mhm.
that that's Indra, I think. You inspired by Anjana, but I inspired by you because you are inspiration to everyone. But so when I hear that, oh my God, okay, good.
It goes to show how important representation is, you know, and sharing our journey. We may be shy, but by coming outside of our box, we can help to inspire, you know, other
Yes.
women. How did you go gray?
I went cold turkey. So my post from the beginning, I would let it grow just like that. I don't want to do anything going to the salon to change with the highlights or nothing, no chemicals, just cold turkey. I started from the pixie like this way from here and then let it grow until let the gray grows together with my hair.
When you decided to go gray, did you get support? And if you did, who was your biggest
If
supporter?
I have to tell the truth, I didn't have any support from anyone, not even with my family. They were all against it. They said, you're very young, you should look young than your husband, and this is not your right age, you can go after 60. For first time when I went for 1 year, and then everybody was doing me a pressure that, why did you go, why did you do that, they don't look good on you. So then I went back to doing the chemicals again. And then after 1 to 2 years, I started back, no, I'm going to do this for me, not for anybody. It's for me. So I spoke to them. I said, I'm very strong in my decision. I'm going gray now. So please, no comments from you. So I got support from myself. I said, hey, you have to go. You have to do by yourself.
That's awesome. But I'm also proud of you for reaching outside of your local and your family and saying, you know what, I'm going to find a tribe. I'm sure the Silver Sister community welcomed you with open arms. You are
Yeah.
a delight on Instagram. You're
Oh,
very
thank you.
warm, very supportive of other people's pages. So you fit right in.
Because I know the pain, when you don't get any support, you feel that. So I always I stand in the other person's place and I think like, if it was me, how will I feel? So if any newbies are there, I just go there, I just mention them, I tell them, you can do it, you rock the look. I keep supporting them. It gives them some spirit, the positive spirit around them. Like, I can do that.
You let people know for sure this is what I'm doing. I don't want to hear it. But did you still
Yes.
get some feedback from negative feedback from people?
From my family, I didn't get anything. From my colleague, I got some one people. They told that you have to start coloring your hair. It's like, oh really? I didn't have mirror at my home. I didn't see my hair. I mean, do I need a color? You don't need to tell me. I know that because I'm been more than few months not coloring my hair, so I know that what I'm doing. So she said, "What?" She was asking me the next question, "Why am I doing this?" I said, "I'm doing this for me. I don't want any chemical. I don't want to hide behind any chemical, behind anything. And this is me. This is my real hair. You can accept me or just leave me alone."
Think that is so powerful because a lot of people, that is the first thing they think about. What are other people going to think? When I hear stories like yours, it shows that we can survive other people's comments. We can survive other people's negative feedback.
Yes,
When you yourself are like, this is what I'm doing, this is me. I
yes,
love that you
yes.
said this is me. Even though this is what you decided, did you have any emotions that came up as the gray was coming in, or things that you struggled with, or?
No, no, because when I decide to do something, I make up my mind very clear that I'm going to get a decision would be negative things would be happening around me. So I should accept it. It's like when I went to the pixie cut also, it was the same. I
Mhm.
had a long hair. So I know it's a big shock after when I go for the pixie cut. I need to accept all the negative things like waking up with the hair like here and there. You have to quickly fix it up and you will not have a flawless hair like this and like that. So it's so I made up my mind when I go in gray.
Yes, mindset is very important. So
Yes.
what made you decide to go from the long, did you know from the beginning that you were going to cut your hair, or what made
No,
you
no,
decide to
no,
cut?
no. I like the hair transformation once in a while. Like I go 2 years before I went the pixie cut until here. I let it grow until here and then here and then here. I just
Mhm,
cut it back again. So I keep changing my look for every 6 months or like that. So when I had my long hair, I went like this once again. 6 months before, I cut it short like this,
mhm,
and I was like, it was so usual look. I wanted to go a drastic change,
mhm.
everything with my gray hair. So I thought, okay, let me go for the pixie cut.
The moment I saw you come up on my feed with your short haircut, I said, oh my goodness. It's something about short hair that puts your face out and you get to
Yes,
see your face more, and it just fits you so nicely.
thank you.
How do you feel now that you cut your hair?
Very confident.
Now, what's the difference between when you were growing it out, and because you kind of, that kind of made you go all gray overnight?
Yes, you have a freedom. You don't need to every 2 weeks. You don't need to go and search for the box to color it. After doing this all the work, hard work inside, and in 2 3 days you see a strand, white strand here and there. It's like, oh my god, not again.
Now, do you find when you first started graying, like you have more gray now than when you first stopped dyeing your hair?
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes.
Do you find that you did anything different with your fashion or your makeup now that you're gray?
No, I must say that I'm wearing a lot of saris nowadays with the
Mm.
pixie and with the gray hairs because especially for the Indian women, they
Mhm.
feel like this gray hair or the style I make with my hair it goes for the Western costume. It's not that.
Right.
You can rock with your saris. That's why very often I post pictures with my sari, with
Yes.
my jewels and everything, so that to show them that gray hair can be done in your saris also.
I think that's a beautiful thing. You're able to show women of your culture that you can still stay true to your heritage and your background, even with your gray hair, that it's not just a Western trend. We all
Yes.
go gray no matter what
Well,
culture. And you
yes.
do it so beautifully, like with your videos. Like, I think you had one where you showed different colors.
Yes, yes, yes. I make it especially for the gray hair because people think gray hair with the other colors will not match, like only like
Mhm.
black or some dark colors. So I wanted specially make the video for matching with every colors.
When you go gray, the right way to go gray is the way that works for you. And I love that you did this because it also proves that you could change your mind. You
Yes,
can decide 1 minute, you know what, I like this, and then the next minute to cut your hair. What is your favorite thing about being
I
gray?
feel more confident and strong, and I'm being myself.
Mhm. What are the benefits besides confidence that you gained from the gray hair journey?
The benefits I should say that you don't need to think about coloring first thing.
Mhm,
You don't, that's special stress you have always, like
mhm,
2 weeks when you go for the work, when you see your gray hair on the sides, like, oh my God, I need to hide it, I need to cover it.
mhm, mhm,
That stress is not there. So that's a big benefit for us.
mhm,
Secondly, when I go nature, the hair is so good. It
mhm,
accepts the nature now and it helps us to grow very good. Like it's not falling a lot like before, it's not
mhm,
very thin like before,
mhm,
so that nature is there. So I'm really happy and the benefit is that it's nature.
Many can find that their hair does better when they
Yes.
stop dyeing.
Color also, when you're going gray, you might have a second thought, why I'll go back to color. So think about your hair. You know, the dye enters into your scalp, so it changes your skin.
That was interesting that you mentioned that, because I remember when I was getting relaxers to keep my hair straight, when it was time for the relaxer, my face would break out. But the moment I got the relaxer, my skin did better. So your skin can react to the
Yes.
dyes and things that you
Yes,
get in
yes.
your hair as well. To those, not just any woman, but specifically, what advice would you give to women in your culture about going gray?
First thing I will say, strong one, is you're doing it for you, for nobody else. I have to ask permission. I need the approval of someone. No. You decide if you want to go gray, then you make up your mind strong and then you go gray, because it gives you a strong thing when somebody gives you a negative comment or something like that. You're very strong in giving back the reply. Like, I'm doing this for me, and no more negative comments. If you don't decide it by yourself, then the negative comments will affect you. You'll feel like guilty, like what I'm doing is wrong. No. Secondly, the journey is very slow, and don't compare or compete with anybody. You are unique. Your silvers are unique. When you go for going gray, never forget to take pictures or video or slow motion. Even if it's one strand or two strands, never mind. Take a picture, because I did that. From the beginning of my post, you can see I did some slow motion videos, normal videos. And when after 1 year, when I started to post together with the collage, it was nice to see. I enjoyed my video myself. So it's really nice to see 1 year of journey, how it was. So please don't forget to make your journey with the pictures and videos.
I'm so happy that I got a chance to interview the lovely Sunita. I love to hear from you guys what you enjoyed from Sunita's interview. I really appreciated the points that she brought. The biggest thing that I got from your interview, my takeaway, is the confidence. I like that you made a intentional decision. You decided for yourself first, this is something that I want to do. You communicated that to those that were around you, that look, this is a decision that I'm making. And even when someone gave you a comment, you were grounded in your decision. And I think that that is beautiful. And I love that you said the confidence grew, because like I said, I saw it. I feel like from when I first saw you on there to when you cut your hair, it was just like, it's grown and grown. So it's been so beautiful to see myself. And then now to get a chance to interview you and now have you help inspire someone else to be able to stand in who they are and feel comfortable in their own skin, whatever culture that is. I love that you show that gray hair is universal. It's not just a Western thing. Myself, it was good to see women of color, because I saw a lot of women, beautiful women, and I love the Silver Sister community is inclusive. They invite you, they take you in, but it is nice for each of us within the community to make these pockets so that when somebody comes in, they're like, oh, there I am. You know, I'm right there. There's this person, that person. So
in 2019 December, I went to India for a Christmas celebration with my family. And when my sister saw me with the gray hairs, my second sister, she started to comment like, do you think people will accept here in India? Everybody's going to stare at you. I said, let them stare at me. Okay. So we went to a hotel. We were having our lunch, and everybody was staring at my hair, and they were pinpointing my hair. I think my sister noticed, and she said, I told you that people will notice your hair. I said, maybe they saw me in Instagram. I think maybe I'm famous here. And she was like, no, they're saying this girl is having some problem with her hair. She's not coloring her hair. I said, let them think whatever they want, okay? But everybody's in my point of view, like everybody's staring at me. So they have something noticed on my hair. So let them go and talk. And then after a few days after, me and my sister were traveling in a train, and we were get down in stop. One lady approached me suddenly behind me, and she hugged me and she said, you look so pretty, keep going like this. And she left. I don't know who was that lady, and she just came, hugged me, and whispered in my hair. My sister was there. She was shocked, and she was looking at me. She said, oh my god, now I notice that people like your gray hair. And now she started to go gray now.
Wow, she's going gray now?
She's going gray now. I was like, see, I inspired my sister.
That's so awesome. That's like such a beautiful story, and it shows that We also don't have to take personally when people say comments, because especially when you're doing something outside of the norm, I can admit I was guilty of looking at women before. My mom, she grayed before me, and I was seeing the two-tone and I was like, "Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I like it." But once all of her hair came in, of course. And then look
Beautiful.
at me. How many 2, 3 years later, I went gray.
Yes,
So that is a beautiful gift from the gray hair journey, to be
it's
able to
true.
inspire.
Because without trying, you never know how it's going to turn up.
Hmm.
So when you go gray, you will know how the gray starts to come. It's
Yes.
a unique pattern for every silver sisters, I would
Yes.
say. It's a very unique pattern. Embrace
Mhm.
it, be an inspiration to everybody.
And I like that you said to your sister, let them look at me. You can't
Because
control other
if you
people.
get scared, like people are looking at me, if you get embarrassed about it, you will not come out of your own fear.
Mm.
So when I started to work, I
Hmm.
had full black hair.
Hmm.
When I went gray hair, it started to confuse strands. I wasn't feeling shy because I made up my mind. I just walked like that, and people
Hmm.
staring at me. I said, "Okay, look at my hair, like here and there. Look here. You want even more? Look at me. Come closer.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't mind."
Right. I love that.
No, now they know I'm totally going gray. So people started, and everybody started to say, like, "You look so gorgeous with this haircut and with your grays. My God."
What I love that we do is we give people a vision into possibility.
Yes,
If you've never seen it before, you don't know what to expect.
yes,
People will look at your hair and they can get an idea that gray hair is beautiful. Gray hair is not just for when we get older. I love this design you have on your
Oh,
sari.
oh, thank you.
It's sparkling and so
Really?
hair. That's what you do. It just
Okay.
shines.
Okay, thank you.
Because of your confidence and because of feeling comfortable in your skin, that's what shines, just like that. So it's perfect. When you guys look
Oh,
at that,
thank you.
that's what you
Thank
can
you.
do. Our outside, I'm not going to sit here and say, I mean, I did makeup, I did my hair. So we care about how we look,
Yes,
but there's
yes.
so much more to us than our physical and our looks. Most of the women who I've met are just so beautiful inside, yourself included. And
Thank
so you
you.
let that shine through. You don't have to,
Yes.
it's not just based on these things.
Sisters need to be kind with other sisters also.
Yeah.
When they post pictures, just
Mhm,
don't ignore them. Go and give a lovely comment so that
mhm,
they feel confident. We doesn't know what they went through that same day before taking that
mhm,
picture and posting it.
mhm,
So
mhm.
when you go and give a positive comment on a gray hair, they feel so happy. Like
Yeah.
somebody's there to invite us inside. Somebody's there to give a positive hope on that. The day will change for them.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing this beautiful part of you and for
Thank
supporting
you.
other women and for just making the gray hair experience attractive because of
Thank
how
you.
you look at it. Really, it goes to show mindset is a big key. How you how you think about things, how you approach things can affect your
Yes.
experience.
Yes. Yes.
So take Sunita's advice, and if you see a woman who, make sure that's what she's doing intentionally. But if she's got her gray roots, maybe even if she's not, maybe she's, hasn't colored her hair yet, and you tell her, you look beautiful. I love your roots. That might, you never know how you can
Yes.
make someone's day. Said I'd
Yes.
love to hear from you guys what you enjoyed, what advice that you would like to give anybody just starting their gray hair journey. And as always, we always encourage, right, to embrace the wings that you have. And I love that Sunita said, don't compare your hair to others, because your hair, your crown is unique. So you need to love that, and then others will follow your lead. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Bye.
Bye bye.